So, you know, a lot of things have, you know, speaking in the conscious community, a lot of things have kind of been shaken up. You know, we have a brother who's been in the community for a while, and a lot of stuff has, you know, over the, you know, the shooting incidents and stuff like that. Remarks have been made, and his brother made some remarks. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're talking about Dr. Ray Hagins. Have you seen the video?
Yes, I have. There and said, Rev, before you step in this and make yourself look bad, let me tell you, that whole presentation was a lie that came out over the television. The whole thing. What makes me angry is how the media has manipulated the masses all over the world and literally got people marching and protesting, saying justice for Michael Brown. Let me deal with that for a moment. Everybody say this. There's no such thing as justice for a person. There's no such thing as justice for a person. Please understand that. When we say we want justice, you know what we mean? What we mean is, I want y'all to give us what I want. I want you to do what I think needs to be done. That's not justice. Justice is the result of the accumulation of the facts. Okay, that's justice. That's truth. Justice is based on truth. Justice is not based on mass manipulation by the media. Did y'all hear what I just said? Trust me, family, everything that you heard over the news media was misinformation. Everything. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I get it to him.
Okay.
As far as the Michael Brown situation?
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
This is one of the reasons why I tell people, read the transcripts. Don't take the media. Read the transcripts. Okay? What actually happened, without going through the whole day.
Yeah, I just was getting mixed messages. That's why I need you here, because
Okay.
I feel like you can get me closer to the truth.
Okay. What actually happened is Michael Brown did rob the store. Okay? No ifs, ands, or buts about that. He committed a crime. The crime is called strong arm robbery. If he hadn't committed that crime, he'd be alive today. Okay? Because when the officer rolled up on him and told him to get out of the street, that's what that was about. Okay? They were walking down Miller Street. They told him to get out of the street. Cool. As he pulled off, okay, he noticed the cigars in his hand. That's when he backed up. And also as he pulled off, because he told him to get out of the street, Michael Brown had uttered some words to the officer. Okay? He backed up, and when he backed up to confront them, that's when this altercation took place. He didn't even get, he called in, okay, and we got the radio call. He called in, and he had identified the two that came over the radio call description from the store. But he didn't get to that point. He never got to that point, because when he backed up, and he backed up aggressively. Maybe he should not have done that. He backed up aggressively, and when he backed up, it left Michael and Dorian right there at the police cruiser. An altercation ensued. Yes, it did, between Michael Brown and the law enforcement officer, where Michael Brown did assault the officer. Michael was high. That's the truth. In fact, he and Dorian had been smoking since about 8 o'clock that morning. Okay, so both of them were high. He and Dorian were high. You know. Now trust me, I'm there. Okay, y'all, only thing y'all know is what the news has told y'all. I'm there on the ground. You follow what I'm saying? Okay.
But you weren't there at the scene.
No, but no.
When that happened.
No, I wasn't at the scene.
Yeah.
But I am there on the ground.
Yeah, but I'm saying none of those factors.
See, that's what I'm saying.
I'm finding it hard to
I understand that, and I need y'all to leave your emotions out of this.
I just wanted to hear.
She wanted to hear from me,
so I can cipher
right?
out what I'm.
Okay, and I'm telling you the testimony of eyewitnesses. 2 of them go to my church in St. Louis. One of the sisters watched the whole thing from inside her car. The news media ain't tell y'all that. You follow what I'm saying? I'm there.
Right.
Okay?
Continue.
So thank you for asking to hear from me. Okay? An altercation did ensue. Yes, he fought the officer, and the officer shot him from inside the vehicle. That's when he took off running. Officer got out and gave chase. He ran about 150, according to the crime scene report, he ran about 153 feet and when he turned around. And when he turned around, he charged back at the officer 23 feet. I have the picture right here in my computer to show you that. From the blood trail.
You mean with the gun? He
Yes.
had a gun too?
No. He charged back at the, he was unarmed.
When you say charge back, that means
Coming toward the officer, yes. He ran back toward the officer for 23.5 feet. You got me? The blood trail shows that. See, this is what I mean. The media didn't tell you that. The media is not going to tell you that.
But why would
So
he
now
run back?
follow what
Sorry, continue.
I can't tell you why he ran back.
Okay.
Okay, all I can tell you is from the first shot, when he turned around and he started back toward the officer, from the first shot till he went down was 23.5 feet. The blood trail shows him running back that far. Before, when he got shot and when he stopped. Okay? Now, that is why the officer walked. That's the only reason why Officer Wilson was cleared of the charge. Because of the forensic crime scene evidence showing him running from the driveway where he was standing on the sidewalk back 23.5 feet, which he ended up in the middle of the road. Okay? And this is the crime scene evidence that caused our people on the ground to call me and say, Rev, before you make yourself look bad, you need to know what really happened. Because that's not what the television media showed us. You see, when I first heard on the media, I got infuriated. I was ready to go out there and da. You see what I'm saying? So he ran back toward the officer, and that's what gave the officer the justifiable right to shoot. Officers, we are trained to pull that trigger until the threat is eliminated. Did y'all just hear what I said?
Yeah.
We're trained to pull the trigger until the threat is eliminated. And again, here's the sick part about that. That's up to the officer.
Do you think that he has a point from the angle he's saying from, or do you think that he might be like others feel that he's totally on the agent scale and he's totally wrong? And
Let me say this: if he's not coming from the position of nationality, then that means he's coming from the position of Afrocentricity, which means that he's wrong in his interpretation. Because Dr. John Henry Clark stated that Negro, Black, and Colored are not nationalities.
Right.
Even he stated that. Malcolm began to start understanding that. Al-Hajj Malik al-Shabazz began to start understanding that, understanding that. Also about the science of nationality.
Right.
Even Martin Luther King in his last 3 years said that we've gone outside the bounds of the Constitution, and now we have entered into human rights.
Human rights.
So everybody began to start seeing that it was nation time for real. As Jesse would say, nation time. Well, it was nationality time, and as we know, nationality is still the call of the day.
Right.
So if you got the African village and you're not teaching these Africans nationality, then you don't have a real village. Because number one, Africa is a continent with 53 countries. So which country, and then you got hundreds of tribes within those countries.
One country,
right?
100 tribes.
Right. So
100 dialects.
Right, hundreds of dialects, dozens and dozens of tribes. So being that we can't say specifically, which tribe, the term in which that we can use, which is a pronoun, which means a proper noun, would be the term Moor.
And also, I learned pretty much, and I've done the investigation on it, is that the reason why they say on the side of the Moorish Science Temple, and they say you're a Moorish American, is because of what you just said a few seconds ago about we cannot determine where tribes specifically we come from, but because of our similar experiences.
Exactly.
And though it makes the differences, ethnicities, we are more rich because not everybody is a completely more. Because if
which means relating to more and nationality. And it's part of that relationship.
And it covers the gambit for more, so it won't significantly pinpoint just one group, but it covers a gambit of people.
And America, for those who don't understand, is not just North America, it's Central America, South America, and the adjoining islands.
It's not just one, just one point. But, dealing with the brother, he made that statement at that interview for the video, and he said that about the brother, rest in peace, Michael Brown. And a lot of people got upset, according to what he said. And
because he wasn't, understand that we are emotional people, so we have feelings, and he was acting as if he was a psychopath or a sociopath with no feelings at all about what took place and the ramifications behind it. It was as if he was justifying the attack of Michael Brown, the slaughter or the assassination of Michael Brown by Darren Wilson. As a matter of fact, he stated something other than what the forensic experts stated on CNN, on Fox News also. On Fox News, if I'm not mistaken, the forensic expert, who was a so-called Albion, stated specifically that based on where the bullets hit him at, top of the head, hands, arms, up under his arm, or this chest, that he had his hands up. There's no other way. And then as he fell to the ground, and as he was going down, dude kept shooting and it hit him in his head. Pastor Ray Hagins tried to state that the brother ran back after getting shot.
I don't know.
And ran back in order to attack him.
Like who?
Now how you running after somebody and you end up getting shot in the way where the forensic expert states specifically, his hands was up as if he was surrendering. Okay, we know that this is the position of surrender. All right, or distress, even within masonry. All right, so we understand that that's what took place. So for them to say or state otherwise, as he did, upset the community. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's going to be very hard now for Pastor Ray to make any further comments concerning that. He claimed that he's going to do a whole thing on the forensics because he got the police reports, but we understand that the police reports can be doctored. I mean, hell, we just seen how no indictment for Darren Wilson, no indictment for the officer who killed Eric Gardner. There's no indictments in which that is taking place. We found or understand rather that the reason for that is because still Negro, Black, and Colored, which is a 14th Amendment so-called citizen, lowercase c. Dred Scott case, right? And because of that, you can't get justice. You can't get Jesus. Okay? We know that within the Moorish literature, Prophet Noble Jalil specifically stated that if you don't have your nationality, then you are at the realm of society. And the so-called citizens can treat you as undesirables. In other words, he was saying the same thing that Judge Taney stated in the Dred Scott case, that there's nothing that a Negro has, or a black man has, that the white man is bound to respect.
Right.
He said that basically, if you just look at his words and then look at the Dred Scott case, is nearly identical in philosophy or in ideology. So, next thing we do, we see Mike Brown, mother and father, or stepfather, going to the UN. But you can't go to the UN if you don't have a nation, because it's United Nations. Where's your nation at? there's no colored nation, no black nation, no Negro nation or Negro land or black land, or in other words, your nationality or nation must be tied back to land. That's the reason why the term Moors is the term in which that we can utilize based on the fact that when you look at the Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition, deluxe, you look up land, embedded inside the definition of land is the term Moors. So the word Moors and land are synonymous.
Right. That's why they call it a Moor. Like, you look it up on Google, and you Google Moor, of course you'll find, us, but you'll find pictures of land. Right. You'll find pictures of plush green land, and then maybe a couple of that fish.
And then even when the anchor drops, and you mooring the ship, in other words, you tying it back to what? Land.
That's right.
So, I mean, your vessel must be tied back to land, because the ashes, dust to dust. That's where it returns.
Right.
So why would you want to be stateless or landless?
Right.
Which we are termed and classified as under Negro, Black, and Colored.
Right.
But we're not under the term Moor or Moorish American.
Right.
You know? So as they go to the United Nations, as we've seen the United Nations, they even bat an eye. Went on ahead and said we're not even dealing with these charges. Went on ahead and dismissed it because number one, they're not dealing with a nation. They never declared their nationality. There's nothing in any temple on record for them. There's not even anything at the civil filing clerk of Superior Court or either at the Register of Deeds stating otherwise that they're not a 3/5 person. Article 1, Section 2 of the Constitution states that's who and what they classify us as, a 3/5 person. So if you don't have anything other than that, that means property, that's what you are, your property, or chattel property. And the word chattel is a French word which means cattle, which is animal, or a troop of animals. So they still see us as animals. So this is the reason why they treat us as animals. And this is why we are undesirables, or nowadays it's called useless eaters.
Useless eaters.
Right.
Well, I don't know how much time we got left though, but is there anything you want to plug your blog or?
Yes, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time we have our radio show called The First World Order Radio. We have various guests from all over the country and the world, as well as also we have our website www.dralimellbey.com, in which that we have massive amount of information dealing with the Moorish Science Temple of America, Moorish Holy Temple of Science, or Moorish Divine National Movement of the world, as well as also information coming from indigenous or aboriginal aspects too, based on the fact that Prophet Noah stated specifically that before the Europeans came here, there was Moors living all up and down.
Besides Seville, peace everybody.